Alright, if you're watching the 67 Mercury 950 95 horsepower engine, we got the water pump done on her. It's pumping fuel. My little repair idea for the little connector on the side of the engine harness. The one on the side for the battery side or the remote side is fine, but the side that is inside the motor, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. My original idea was right. I drilled the holes in the wrong location, so now I have to go back and redo some work. They always go, it's like one of the first things on those old 50-year-old motors is the wiring harness just goes, man. Been doing a little insulation in the garage because winter's coming, so I'm working out of my garage, that's what I do until I get a bigger place or something, maybe one of these days. Got to do the other side of the wall, kind of did some insulation on the door. They got a kit, and I just bought that kit, put it up, and it's already cut. Everything for a standard, like 8-foot door. I bought a sheet of the foam insulation. I got 1/2 inch and put it up. I've cut some other pieces. Never worked with this kind of stuff. Actually, I've never done the insulation on it ever before either. It's really simple. I have a compressor and it shoots, staples. I have a stapler, but it would work so that I got just a hand stapler, and man, that was fast, and I got that up. Larry brought me a couple of motors, so like I've got two 850s out there, and both of them have the hydraulic rams. One of them's got like 4 hydraulic lines, and then the other one's got like 3 hydraulic lines. One of them's locked up. Maybe, who knows if it comes back or not. It was free, just got it. I got the pump. There's only one pump. Like, you can tell they're like barn finds because, they got all kinds of varnish stuff on them. You can tell. One of the lower units is like packed full of stuff. But there's a good lower unit on that. If the power head's dead, it's dead. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, liking the videos, comments. Those distributors are slightly different through the years. So I have another distributor. I want to get it out and get it on the bench because I had one of the guys watch some videos and he had some questions about his distributor. Not to confuse anybody, because we got at least 3 different distributors that I know of. Alright, I'm getting a little long here, so let me show you the 85s that I have out in the under the carport. Got these two old motors. Both of them got the trim rams. So we're back on the 95. It's got basically an engine wiring harness that looks kind of like this. You can see why this was square and had holes cut out, and something like this would go like around the wiring over, and then it would fit in here kind of like so. So on the 95, I could even probably show you guys. You can see how it has the little slot. So you'd put it around, see, I did it backwards, but you'd put it around this wiring. So this one's toast, of course, but and then you just rotate it around, and then it would slide into this rubber that they had casted around the body of it. Anyway, so this engine that we got, they don't make this wiring harness anymore. If they make it, I've never seen it. And anyway, so what do? Usually, like on the newer ones, they got this bracket. And I don't want to try to make this confusing, but basically the square ones, they mounted in there like that, and they mounted up to this, and you had screws that went through the side of it, and then, you know, it can't go anywhere. So the new ones, what they did was they had two studs, and this, if you see, you got two holes, and it would slide down, and then you had two nuts. So there weren't screws on the outside. They were bolts, studs on the inside, and that would hold this to here. So I'm trying to figure out, well, how in the world am I going to mount this? And I think I came up with a solution, and that is on the new one, I'm going to use this because it's still fine when it plugs in. And then what I'll do is that way, because we're going to have to cover up our screw holes too, right? So we can't just have empty screw holes where there was nothing. So put two of the screws in. I think I'll drill these out. And then this, what I'll do is on this back side, I'm gonna mark this about like right here. I've already decided. I went out there and put this piece on, but I'm gonna mark this, and then I'm gonna drill those out, and you know, then what I'm thinking about tapping this, but since it's such thin aluminum, may want to put some bolts. The problem is that you don't have a lot of room on the back side. So anyway, that, you know, either way that would work. If I just drill, put some lock washers on the back, some longer screws. And, you know, that's probably like a number 6 or number 8. So I'll take one of the screws out, match it up, and then see if I have any of those screws. They're going to be like a cone shaped screw. You know, like the screw head, if we looked at it, you know, it's going to be a Phillips head screw, but it kind of goes cone shaped a little bit. And then, of course, you got the screw. So, we just got to find those screws. And then, you know, figure out how long we want them. A couple of lock washers, and I think that will fix that problem. It came with this little bracket, and then you put screws through it. So, early design. I didn't think that the two, when they matched up, would actually work. So, anyway, this goes in towards the connector, or the harness, the engine harness, engine side, and if you kind of put it like so, and then we can push it down, and it will fit just nicely. So just gotta get it in there. I just had it in there, but it's kind of funky, you know. You just gotta get it so. And then what I'm gonna do is I got my little pick right here. I'll try kind of move this around to the right location so I can get a screw started. Yeah, there we go. So anyway, of course it's gonna fall off. So I guess the trick is I'm gonna have to get a screw going here, and then that'll hold it. Yeah, it's just kind of getting the right angle too. Hold on. Maybe if I use my pick, put it through there and use it as like a alignment tool. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, alright. That's gonna work. Get a screwdriver and get it going. Come on. Alright. Really? Okay, let's try it different. Oh. There we go. Dang it. Kinda got the shakes a little bit. I don't know why. Look at this. There we go. Man, this is a really weird deal here, but it is gonna go in there. If I just grab a screwdriver, it'll help guide me. Need some guidance. Yeah, just run them in. Yeah, probably, you know, say you can put blue Loctite, but I don't think it's gonna matter. So now we gotta get this one started. There we go. So yeah, anyway, I didn't think this was gonna work because I thought that the connector was set into the engine too far. I know this is probably the boring part. You're like, I don't want to sit, watch somebody wrench something in for 20 minutes. But the next part's kind of important. So when I plug it up, plug it in, plug it in. I'll plug inside. So, see how we did. See, that's just going to push it right on out. How does it keep it from... Yeah, I don't know about this, guys. That's not even... I mean, it's going to come right out of there. Yeah, how did that work then? So this just pushes back out. That's maybe what the problem I had before. So, see, this is going to push it right back out. So it needs a clamp or something behind it. See, the old one must have had, I don't know, it had something that was keeping it there. So we're going to gonna have to come up with some kind of clamp in order to make this stay. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I don't know if we can even plug it in like this, because as soon as you put pressure, it's probably gonna come back out. It is now plugged up, and I could do like that, and then, but it really needs some sort of bracket on the back here, and they did give us a bracket, but I don't know how we can use it. There's not really any way to use it, so you see that kind of works. I think this is gonna work. So I went out and just kind of made some little marks. Like this is going to be pointing down. There's a little mark there. I did that because I'm going to probably have to cut this down some in order to get it in there to fit. So I made a couple little marks. I can even use this as a guide. But basically I'm going to have to cut this off. So